All right, we are back with another Eich's Lunch podcast. We're here. It's the lunch break. Ike snagging on some pizza. One of us guessed that right. Oh.
Don't get into that.
Oh, is that what this chain means?
You act like I wasn't saying it before the show and just let you walk in.
Oh, you let me. Right.
I let you.
I was saying pizza was due. I was saying it was going to be pizza for like 15 minutes. It's since this morning, since I walked in here. It is what it is. I am TikTok's champion. Speaking about TikTok, what does your guys' algorithm look like nowadays?
Nowadays or now nights?
I kind of want to know your now a nights because I think that's a little more interesting than your nowadays. I think TikTok probably has you pinned down for a specific, as a specific target audience during the nights.
Dude, first of all, my TikTok during the day, I have a good amount of like just random sports stuff and like some comedy stuff in there, and the occasional, lady dancing. And then at night, like after 8:30, 9 o'clock, it's just like breastfeeding and just chicks dancing and like all the the trends where like they pretend like they're like giving someone like head off to the side of the screen.
No.
You haven't seen those? Because that's
No.
all I see. Just get a ton of those.
I've heard you talk about it, but I don't think I've ever seen one.
Gotta check out my TikTok.
My favorite part about you talking about that when you tell us like what's on your TikTok feed is you say it in a way in which like you feel like you've done nothing in order to receive those videos.
You know how the algorithm works.
It's good. It's like pinpoint.
I'm just saying that like I've also been very conscious of it now where I'll just try and swipe right through it because I don't want it to be there anymore.
You have a breastfeeding kink?
No, it's just everywhere. Plus now that we're talking about it, my phone's listening. I bet you I could open my phone and just breastfeeding.
That's another
right in my
fair
fucking
point
face.
on that. Yeah. My TikTok algo is actually I don't think there's a lot of rhyme or reason to my TikTok. I mean, I guess there is. I don't have anything like abstract like that. I have a lot of like just like New York City based stuff that just talk about things going on in New York, just funny shit. I have a lot of like branding and marketing stuff. And then stand-up comedy is like every other video for me.
Really?
People like talking shit to hecklers.
I had that for a while.
I love it.
Yeah.
I can't get enough of it for some reason. I don't really like ever sit down and watch stand-up comedy on like Netflix or whatever. If it's a really big guy, then I will. Yeah. But I can't get enough of those fucking clips. Stavi, baby. If y'all know Stavi.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. He's the GOAT.
That feels like a popular thing that people are getting into. Like kind of how TikTokers, when they blew up, there was like that phase where they were all trying to box because that brought in a lot of money. It feels like people are using their platforms to then go try to do a stand-up set.
Well, I think it's awesome because that's the modern day path in order to become a comedian.
Yeah.
It's like prove that you're funny on these social platforms, and then there you go. You have an audience that wants to follow you.
You say, hey, I'm doing a show, so-and-so, this date, and then people come.
It's no different than like musicians. Like I remember reading a book about Blink-182. It's probably one of the only books I've read in the last like 3 or 4 years. I was so infatuated by how they came up because they got super popular at like 17, 18. And they talk about, the beginning shows, and it was like we were packed in a van, 10 of us going from like across country when 10 people would show up to our shows. And like the way to get popular 20 years ago was just so fucking hard compared to now. And it's the same thing with comedians. Like you would have to do your sets over and over again. But if you own a comedy store, right? And like some kid comes to you, and maybe you got some fucking morals or ethics, but like some kid comes to you and is like, I got an audience of 2 million people. I'll pack this place out in 5 seconds if I announce it. You're like, yeah, I'll give you a set. You know what I mean? I think it's a cool, like democratization of creatives.
Yeah.
It's another way to get the foot in the door now.
I agree. It's like...
It's almost the only at this point.
But don't you think it's weird that it's like the path is easier, but because it's easier, it's just now more crowded?
Well, yeah, it's like it becomes, like you said.
So is it actually easier because of how crowded it is?
Because you have to stand out now amongst even more people than before. So
I think it's better. I think it cuts the fat from people. No matter how much fucking coffee you pour in, cream rises to the top, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I think it's great. Like it's not easier. It's simple, but it's not easy.
Like the opportunity may have gotten easier to like actually get there, but the work ethic and everything to get to the top still remains the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, you're competing with fucking a million other people that do it now.
Yeah.
As opposed to just like if you knew the person who owned the comedy store, then you just like slip them something, be like, hey, let me in.
Same like 15 people that get rotated every week and you know them. It's not like that anymore, It probably is in some places, but.
Yeah. What was funny is actually last night I was going on a little bit of a TikTok binge and I went through like a Travis Barker phase because apparently he's on TikTok now. He only has like 4 or 5 posts, but then I'll just like look up Travis Barker on the search engine or whatever the fuck it is, and dude is just is so interesting to watch him play the drums. His body movements are insane.
He's so awesome. He's actually a really cool example of just like people adapting nowadays, because he obviously came up and became popularized through Blink-182, but now he does. I'll be listening to random songs of like these Gen Z artists or whatever, and I'll be like, damn, that kind of sounds like Blink-182, and then I'll look it up and it's like, oh, it's him doing songs with them. He's been able to stay super relevant by doing a bunch of shit like Machine Gun Kelly, and even kids way younger than Machine Gun Kelly.
Is he dating Kardashian?
I think they might have broke up.
That definitely helps, though.
I'm not 100% on that, but I feel like they might have split.
Definitely helps you stay relevant if you're dating a Kardashian. He's married.
They're married?
Ike saying
they got serious really quickly, I remember.
Yeah, because there was like a plane crash or some shit, right? Didn't Travis Barker get into a plane accident?
Did he?
Car accident or plane crash?
Train act.
It's a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
I like my TikTok algorithm because it's kept mostly to like sports, health and fitness, all that. But then sometimes I go on at night and it just gets super motivational. I feel so bad about like David Goggins be popping out at like 11 p.m. and I'm like, bruh, I don't want to. It's like I love you, David Goggins, but I don't want to see you right now.
I'm trying to go to bed now. Yeah,
I love that shit. To be honest, it gets me fucking.
I know, but it's just like not the time. Like Arnold, not right now, dude.
I got a ton. I see a good amount of movie clips. Like just like movie scenes now, just like straight up like scenes from like an old comedy movie. Like I see Neighbors was last month. Zoolander this month.
Zoolander's hot on TikTok.
I'm starting to see. Fuck, what's the movie? Come back to me.
So you know what's funny about that? I'll see it, and a lot of times I'll watch it, but I always know what gets me going is I'm going to go right to the comments, and you're going to have some 17-year-old kid being like, "Where's this from?" And I'm like, "Man, this was the most popular fucking movie of all time." When I
posted Big Lebowski clips on our TikTok.
Are you surprised about that though? That's an old movie.
I mean,
that's a cult classic.
That is a classic.
When you go on, like, you're like looking to watch a comedy movie, and you type like best comedy movies ever, like that pops up, and like it should be.
16-year-old kids don't give a fuck.
Well, they should start giving fucks.
I know. I gave a fuck about Big Lebowski when I was 16.
I don't know.
It's fucking great.
The dude
movie.
abides.
Exactly.
Right, but when you were 16, that movie
was still old.
Yeah, but it wasn't 10 years older now.
I mean, it still slaps.
I guess it gets.
I'm just telling you what it is. Don't kill the messenger.
Yeah, I know. Well, comedy movies in general have kind of died.
You know what I have noticed though? I think a lot of artists, you're going to continue to see this trend, and we've seen it a lot. But like The Weeknd just came out with, he redid that Mario song.
Oh yes, I know what you're talking about.
What's the song go?
No, oh my god, it's on the tip of my. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is such
if you're
cool.
playing me, keep it
on the low.
Right. So there's a lot of artists now doing that. Like Central C is this British artist who's like really, he's saying Doja, how can I be homophobic when my bitch is gay or whatever? Yeah, he's actually a really good rapper and like artist. That was the only one that got popular, but he just did a remake of a song that's been stuck in my head. I've been singing around the office a lot. You're going to see a lot of artists continue to sample older songs that are like awesome songs that the TikTok generation doesn't know.
Yeah.
And they think this artist is coming up with it. It's really old, like recycled material. It's not like a talented thing to do.
They just like speed up the beat in it, and then they just like,
but it's already a tried and true process. You know what I mean? It's like you already know
like
this song hit the market and is good, so why not just like reuse it if you can get the samples for it?
I feel like it's been like that for a while though. Like even like that's kind of just how hip hop started, just recycling things. And I'm sure that at that time they were sampling stuff that people didn't know where that came from either.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like at TikTok, it works so fucking well because like
so well.
No one like cares. You hear like 3 seconds, you're like, oh, I like this. You know,
yeah.
It's
You
like,
only need the chorus, and it's just got to be catchy. That's it.
Yeah, like Sway Lee did the remake of Stan. You know, my lean's gone cold.
Yeah.
And that's so catchy in like 8 seconds. You heard the whole song, it probably sucks, but like on TikTok, that probably has had 100 million streams already just because he just recycled a beat that you already knew worked and like a cadence to it that worked.
A lot of times, just like speeding up or slowing down a different song also hits on TikTok. Like you don't even have to put your own spin or create your own verse chorus to it. It's just like a different pace. It's different.
Money Trees by Kendrick.
Slowed, sped, normal.
So that's a song
fire.
from like the 70s that the producer just flipped backwards and played it. And I'm like, damn, because the beat is so fire in that song.
Yeah.
Well, what's the song that like you see now? They keep posting with the videos of Christopher Walken and Daniel Craig dancing.
And we got no. Yeah, I have no idea what song that is, but I love
song.
it.
I'm pretty sure it's just like that song, whatever it is, and then they just put another one bites the dust behind it.
Yes,
from the Queen. Like the beat. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I think if you can get the sample clearance for it, like artists are just going to keep blowing up from taking other people's work.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. That song is all over TikTok, and every time I hear it, I stop to listen to it because it's so fucking catchy.
It starts with the woo woo.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect, so catchy. I'm pretty sure it's just whatever that song is, and they just put.
And especially if you can dance.
Yeah.
Like if you can dance to that
Well, the
song,
videos
you're
they use
so
the Daniel
golden.
Craig and the Christopher Walken like commercials. Those are perfect for it because they got
Yeah.
like they all doing crazy
Sometimes
dances.
I'm in chiropractor TikTok now that I'm thinking about it. And you said dance. There's this one kid, he's super popular that does the moonwalk really well, and he'll do it in random spots. I'm all in on that. Yeah, I'll watch 50 videos in a row of him just doing moonwalks in the mall and shit. Makes me want to learn how to do it. It's actually way more simple than
You think so?
I can learn it in like 2 weeks.
You could definitely teach yourself how to do it. Yeah, you need the right shoes, and then
You don't want me doing that though, because I would not stop doing it around the office.
I think dancing is definitely one of those skills anybody could be good at if you're willing to put the time in.
Yeah.
Moonwalk seems like
it's tough, man. Some people just don't have rhythm.
some people don't have rhythm or the athleticism.
But moonwalk
or
looks
the-
cool. I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of dances are like people trying so hard. I'm just like, it doesn't even look that cool.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Dancing you can keep simple and look good. Like obviously, if you are like in shape and like just have rhythm to you, you're gonna look better off the rip. But you can do basic moves like at a wedding and totally be passable as one of the party animals.
I get by.
Yeah, 100%. Do you guys ever use TikTok as a search engine? Like, because I found myself the other day, I was trying to think of like spots to go on a date, and then my mom's in town, and I was like, okay, what could me and my mom do? And I was looking on Google, but like Google for some reason
It's too corporate-y. It's too narky.
It's too like broad. It's not.
You're gonna get like a list of places with like maybe some pictures. Whereas on TikTok, you're gonna have someone doing a full video review of the actual place,
Yeah.
like going in. We sat down, we ordered this. It was a 7 out of 10, and then we got this for appetizers. Like,
Yeah,
you
it
get the whole
was
thing.
like really what I was looking for. It was crazy, and I was like searching up shit, and it just hit me how weird it is that like TikTok is legitimate and probably like a really good search engine.
So me and Jack talked about this on Big Content like a month ago.
Yeah.
Because he had a percentage. He said, I think it was at this point maybe 10% of U.S. adults get their news from TikTok. And I was like, that feels super high because for so long I got it from like Twitter because as soon as something happens, people tweet about it. But I guess it's kind of the same thing with TikTok now. Now you get like a more personalized video feed of it, and it happens more instantly than YouTube because you obviously have to like edit, upload, all that kind of shit. I don't use it personally, but like I can already see I definitely will be doing it in the future.
There's definitely going to be reasons for sure. And then you'll see, I think you're going to see creators start obviously
Catering to that.
Yeah, exactly. Like they can just like hit up a whole street of places and like review everything, and you can have a whole series out of it.
It's interesting from breaking too, like what I would do for YouTube for fantasy stuff. If someone gets like injured, that's a big thing. Like I want to make sure I got a video out in like 10 minutes. Can do that on TikTok now because people are going to be searching for it. I also think it's kind of interesting from like Google's perspective because this is probably like the first real competitor they've had in fucking 20 years. That between like that and ChatGPT,
yeah,
like those two, I feel like are real actual competitors to Google over the next like 10, 15 years.
The heat's getting put on Google.
Now's the time
Their
to buy the
seat
dip.
ain't safe.
I mean, eventually everything runs its course.
Yeah, but just like Google the past like 10 years or whatever, you're just like, oh, they're in a category of their own.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like IBM was the king for a long time, and then I feel like IBM still for business wise. Exactly.
So you got to put yourself out of
And
business.
then Apple came along and became probably up there, but that's just the cycle, baby.
What about as a dating app? I think it could be an underrated dating app because like you see a lot of personality if you're posting on TikTok regularly. Obviously, if you're like posting chopped up clips of player highlights or something, that's not
for
gonna fucking cut
DMs
it,
on
but-
TikTok though. Like I'm still kind of confused on DMs from TikTok. If I come across a hot girl, I go to her page. I want to DM her. I can't though, unless we both follow each other still.
No, I think they changed it now. It goes through like a request.
I don't think so though, because like that's how it is for our BDG account. But my personal account, I don't unless
really?
no one's hit
Maybe
me
a
up.
business something.
Yeah,
Might be a business.
No, you're
thing,
right
yeah.
because I've actually got DM from people that follow me, and I could see it in the request box. Yeah, you're right.
on your personal.
yes, on my personal. So
Just no one be hitting me up then.
so
Fuck's wrong with you guys?
I also think that like
about to get flooded.
love that.
there's two ways to use it. What I normally would do if I'm sliding into girls' DMs, and this is how I've had probably like a handful, a dozen, maybe a couple dozen girls slide into my DMs, but not on TikTok. You don't have an Instagram. The easiest thing in the world is just clicking the IG button and then sliding there.
So here's the
Instagram.
thing. I was gonna compare it to Instagram because I saw someone talk about this, how they think Instagram's the best dating app, and then that's like the platform to use other than like Tinder, Hinge, whatever. But there's something about Instagram that just feels super fake to me. Like I feel like it's too easy to fake your life with a photo, whereas with TikTok, you do have to put like you could fake it on TikTok for sure. But just a video, I feel like explains more of your like personality and who you are.
IG just feels like more of a messaging app almost to me at this point. Like if I'm like, I'm going to slide into this girl's DMs, I'm not doing it on TikTok.
I still have Instagram only because I have like 2 group chats with some people that like we will like share stuff. It's the easiest way to share things. Like you find
It
something.
really is like a messenger app at this
Yeah,
point.
like you just share stuff with them. And it's like 2 group chats that I keep in. We talk every day. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been considering getting Instagram just as like a better version of Hinge.
Also, the reason that it would work for TikTok better, going from TikTok to Instagram, is if you're on Instagram and a girl has 100,000 followers, there's 100,000 people in her DMs. A lot of times you find a girl on TikTok that has, 40,000, 100,000 followers. You go to her Instagram, she probably has 5,000 followers on there. Like the likelihood of her seeing your message is way higher
On TikTok.
if she's a celebrity on TikTok. No.
Like the other way around.
Wherever you find her is probably where she's most popular. So if you go to the other platform, it's probably easier to get in touch with her.
Yeah,
So if you're only
definitely.
on TikTok, you're seeing the 150,000 followers. You go to her Instagram, she probably has 10 times less that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but maybe there's the case where it's like people aren't sliding in to TikTok because they don't view
See,
it
I
as
think
like
it less of as like for the DMs and more of like just like someone posts a video, you comment underneath it, and then like they comment, and that's it. Now you can go
Start an
about it.
interaction.
Yeah.
So you go about, you're like this, you're simping on their posts.
I mean, I'm
Well, I
not
think
personally. I'm just saying. Like, I think I see that a
You need me to
lot.
take over your
I
account?
see a lot of like people will post a heartfelt video or some shit like, "Oh, my hair," blah blah blah. And they'll do it, and then some guy will be like, "Oh, like are you blah blah blah? You look beautiful anyway." And then they'll post underneath that, and they have a little conversation going. And then that's how it gets
Yo,
started.
when you were simping on my timeline as part of the deal or no deal punishment, like that shit kind of worked.
yeah.
It worked?
As in, I got replies
Yes.
from the people you simped on.
What'd they say? I didn't even see.
One girl, which was kind of weird because I know her from back home. She's a friend of my sister. Did you know that when you were commenting?
No, but it was like one of those where it was like, do
your
you know this
context.
person? I don't even think it said that, but it said like, do you know this person? So I assumed it was like a person through a contact. I knew it was like someone that you probably knew in real life.
Yeah, no, she was like she was a very good friend of my sister's during high school. And so you comment like something about you're a 10. I don't know, something. And then she was like, no, 11 or I don't know. But it was kind of a whatever
It's
comment.
like an icebreaker, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, we're not
What
going
about
down this road.
what about the girl that like
gambling?
the bigger one? Yeah, she ever respond?
She's too
I don't
big.
think so. I think she was too big, but there's no doubt in my mind that she had to have seen him because
the
on both
Dons
those
and Nuggets.
right on both those videos, it was heavily the most liked and
I was
like
gonna
most
say because I got some
commented.
mutuals with her. Like I know people that are in her.
Yeah, I've seen her videos actually a decent amount.
Yeah, I know some people that are in her immediate network. So if she did respond, I could like probably pull the strings to make that happen.
I would continue simping on her timeline
Do it.
without a punishment.
There's no reason not to.
yeah. At this point, I could just blame it on you. I'd just be like, they got my phone
I got my
again.
phone again.
No.
I can't believe he said that.
Yeah, he's such a corny dude. I mean, look at what he's.
I agree with him, but I can't believe he said it.
But like, what do you think about it though? Is it weird to you guys that like our generation, and I say ours is we're kind of a separate generation, but
Yeah.
like maybe more of mine, where by the time I'm like your age, maybe a little bit older, and have like kids of my own, they're gonna have like a vivid image of what I look like, how I acted, and all that shit of like who I am today. Meanwhile, like you look at our parents, like there's just
Got
old
like one
crusty-
black and white picture.
Yeah,
or
it's
some
got like
shit.
a bunch of
I was
shitty
like-
pictures and stories that they told me.
Yeah,
That's
my
it.
mom could have been a fucking cunt. I have no idea.
Damn, my kids are gonna know I'm a cunt.
Yeah, exactly.
I
I
mean,
don't
especially
take pictures.
you got the biggest
got-
digital footprint.
Yeah. I think it's beautiful, dude. I think it's fucking awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I've just documented so much of my life up to this
Yeah.
point in my 20s and stuff that, I mean, I hope they can like learn from my mistakes or just find something to pull from them that would help them. I would if my dad did the same shit I'm doing right now, like I would kill to be like, damn, I have footage of him doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I kind of, part of the reason I feel like I even got into content creation or whatever is to leave like a digital footprint and just be like, yo, your daddy was a G back then. He was a gangster. Not anymore. Washed up now. In my early 30s, but
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool. Like, I don't really like take pictures ever. So most of our generation will leave like an Instagram footprint, I think, because most people take pictures sporadically. But I'm glad I got into video, and I've talked about this before. Like on a little more of an emotional level, I feel like a lot of the content I make nowadays is like for my younger self. You know, like I wish that I had a person like me, kind of being that person for me. You know, that said like doing this is the right way, doing this is cool, doing this is whatever. So like I mean, it'd be cool to be that person for my kids for sure.
I mean, I don't want kids personally. I don't ever think I will have kids, but
You think you could like leave a legacy?
That's what I was gonna say. It's more for like, I don't know if I would actually leave a legacy or if I will, but I mean, I'll do what I do. I'm gonna live my life. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna put myself out there, and then just if it happens, it happens. Like I'm not gonna try and leave a legacy. I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna be me on camera, and I'm gonna do what I do, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, you don't even got to leave it for like one of your own kids, but just like kids in the future that might look.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like I don't personally want my own kids. If I can inspire the youth in any way, that's awesome.
Raise the youth.
Yeah, and you know, even if there's one kid out there, it's like animal's my hero. Like that's cool.
Yeah, and I don't think like any of us have done anything. Like there are probably a lot of people that will regret shit they did when they were younger. They're like, damn, I wish that wasn't on camera. I don't think I've really regretted anything I've done up to this point that I'm like, my kids are gonna look at me like
1 in 13 fantasy season.
But that's not like anything you went at. I mean, like you were still yourself though. You know what I mean?
I know. I just regret it.
Like it's gonna be funny when you tell your kids about like the Don saga that happened in like a 2-month period. Be like, we had 1 million people watching me yell about Don. Like it was crazy. You know what I mean?
You're gonna be like going on a family vacation. Like let's stop at McDonald's. And you'd be like, let me tell you a story. Sit back.
You don't know what you're getting yourself into, son.
About Dons.
Yeah. Do you think though that like for people who started creating content on Vine or maybe some other platform like that that had its rise and then kind of crashed and burned, is TikTok gonna be a platform that you can really leave a legacy on?
No.
That's a better question. Actually, at that point, if in like 15 years is when we have kids, I don't even know what platforms, like what videos of ours are going to be around.
So can you actually even build a legacy on a platform because they all kind of go through their rise and fall?
Like we're going to need a bigger hard drive, buddy.
Here's what I would say is I wouldn't focus on the platform, just like go with social media as a whole, because the great ones will adapt and move to whatever platform is like Logan Paul and whoever else was they were Vine guys. Vine died. They didn't die with it. They said, I'm going to go fucking do this. I'm going to go do that. I'll
like
pivot.
The videos from Vine are always resurfacing.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like I'll still
they'll make their way to YouTube or whatever the next platform
Yeah,
is.
like I don't even like Logan Paul that much, but there's one Vine that just stands out. I don't know why I ever saw it. It just stands out to me. He walks outside. It's like snowing out. He's just freezing. He's like, ooh, it's a bit chilly out. And he just like jumps into like a 2-foot puddle of like frozen water. It's like a really short, 6-second Vine, but it just made me laugh. And I just like instantly knew who Logan Paul was.
I think like, I don't know. Obviously, we all have very different personal experiences with our parents. But like, I don't really know much about obviously not my dad, but I don't really know much about my mom or my dad about like what they really were like as kids. And it's like with me, my kids are gonna know everything fucking about me.
Yeah,
you know. So I don't
like,
know. I think it's cool.
My mom and her siblings are like very open about what they were like as a kid, but you can only know so much just based on like
because you don't know the
and,
right questions to ask.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why.
And plus, like, they're old. They don't actually remember what they were like when they were kids. They're going to play it
Making
up
shit
as,
up.
They're fucking
I
liars.
only ever hear like the one story, like my parents they lived by the golf course. So at night they would go on the golf course and drink like pink lemonade and vodka and like smoke cigarettes on like the greens. Yeah. It's like, oh, you guys were crazy.
Yeah. And then you realize they did that one time.
Yeah.
And most of the other
like
times.
their memory of themselves. Yeah.
Oh, we used to do it all the time. We were such rascals.
It's also very like my dad was a big car guy. Like he was just working on cars in his driveway. There wasn't computers. You know, he was just fixing engines. Like I never cared about an engine in my life.
It's going to be funny, like looking back at the technology that doesn't exist right now that our kids are going to be like, I can't believe you guys, believe you guys are like.
Yeah, our TikToks are going to be old grainy photos to
Dude,
them.
it's crazy that DVDs are already obsolete.
Really? You think that's crazy?
I think it is, yeah, because I grew up, I have a DVD collection of 170 DVDs. All my favorite movies and TV shows that I just wasted thousands of dollars on because it's completely useless. Everything's streaming.
That's funny because for me growing up, I definitely remember the days of DVDs, but it was just like the fact that we all switched to streaming and shit. It just felt
I had
obvious,
VHS
I guess.
tapes, dude.
Yeah.
I was watching, Nick, we were watching The Little Mermaid on VHS.
Relax.
Chill.
I do be seeing Little Mermaid TikTok clips, I feel like sometimes.
Yeah,
Well, now you just said it out loud, so you're definitely going to be getting more of them.
See it now.
I started using the not interested button like.
Oh, I used the block button.
Really?
On
I'm
TikTok
nervous
all
to
the
use it. I
time.
feel like they're like, oh, you're not interested? Fuck you. We're going to give you more.
Try again.
Yeah.
That's why the breastfeeding
Not interested.
stuff's on.
Yeah.
Try this one. It's the same.
The reason he keeps getting breastfeeding videos is because he's so not interested in them. He just keeps not interested. Block. Not interested.
I mean, I'm not interested.
Sure.
It's on the record.
Yeah.
TikTok. I'm not interested.
We're not interested in titties.
Before we wrap the show up, me and Animal wanted to talk to you, Nick, about a serious conversation. Animal, we need to compose ourselves here. We have you here as part of an intervention. We're on the topic of TikToks. Just sometimes you be throwing out the most ridiculous TikToks
What do you mean?
where we don't know where they came from, what inspired you to do it, and we're just left speechless.
I just
Do you know where this is going?
no. I just answer questions that people ask.
No,
not
those
on your
ones.
TikTok account.
Those are fine. You do you there.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah, we love that.
On my personal, on our BDG,
On the
one?
BDG account, every
Sometimes.
once in a while, just a random TikTok goes up that no one really knew about, and we all look at it and we're like, must have been Nick.
Wait, which ones?
Just sometimes you have like a little Jacoby Meyer moment where you throw a lateral pass 20 yards backfield. It's a complete miss.
Can
It's
we get
intercepted.
examples of recent ones?
So the one that really sticks out was, it happened, this was before day 150 of Ike's lunch. It was a while ago.
What's the Don's one?
Yes, you know exactly what it was.
But that was, I remember that one. I expected that to be like a fucking ridiculous TikTok. That song has been stuck. Okay, wait. So that song has been stuck in my head for so long. I was like, I need to make a fucking TikTok about it. And it's been stuck since. I still sing it like every day.
I mean, yeah,
Just,
songs get
that
stuck
one-
in our
yeah,
head.
That
but
was a TikTok. It looked like you had to scan McAfee before you posted it. Straight
it looks
up.
like we caught a virus.
Yeah.
It looks like we got hacked by a virus.
And then the other one I think is partially on us. We don't maybe just understand the trend.
right, it did well. It did very well.
Yeah, it did very well.
Which one?
The one with the messaging to Bill Belichick.
Crush one.
I didn't make that one. I was wondering who the fuck made that one. I thought you made that.
No,
I didn't make that.
I don't think sexy.
Bro, when I
maybe
first saw it,
Sexy
I was
made
like, what the fuck is
that
this?
sexy?
100% sexy. Yeah.
Oh,
Not mine.
all right. Well, maybe we also need to have sexy in this intervention.
Yeah.
I think that one might have been the only one, unless there are other ones.
Well, there was the other one with the
Keep going.
The
I could-
Zoolander one with the two.
Oh, yeah.
was that
the
you
Matt
also?
Ryan, the Matt Ryan
also
one.
not mine.
Are you serious?
Those are sexies. Yeah.
Who is this?
Those are. I told all you guys have to post these weekly on the thing.
Yeah, but I thought these were yours. I thought this was your doing.
Oh, yeah, we 100% thought they were you. All right, so we gotta have a talk.
They're
about
just
that.
talking shit behind my back the whole time. Don't even know the goddamn facts.
we were
Yesterday,
laughing
We were cracking up
for like
so hard.
25
being like,
minutes.
I thought
what
these
are
were all yours, and I'm like, you know what? I told you guys you have to do it, so I'm gonna let you ride fucking through this bullshit. But what are these?
I thought they were yours.
No, none of these are mine.
So you're like, I gotta show these motherfuckers what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm showing these guys how it's done and just post an absolute virus.
That one was mine. That one was for sure mine. All the other ones though are definitely not mine.
I was gonna say there was a little bit of tracking in that Matt Ryan video, and I was like, I don't think Nick knows how to use keyframes in Premiere Pro, but like and it kind of looked like you didn't. It looked like you did a quick search on YouTube how to track images, and you like just threw something out there on your first try.
Nope.
So this must be sexy then, throwing up absolute horny
I wouldn't.
TikToks.
I don't think I'll ever make a video where my face is in it. If you see like a meme video made, not me.
Yeah.
Ever in my life.
All right.
That's good to know.
You motherfuckers.
All right. Hey, look, we apologize.
We're sorry. We got the wrong guy.
That's hilarious.
We penned you right away, and we were wrong.
Well, you know, it's because it's Matt Ryan. Obviously, you're the
Yeah.
Falcons fan, so we're like, all right, Nick, that was kind of a weird TikTok.
I don't make meme videos.
All right.
I could tell. I knew by the weirdness that it was sexy. My mind went, because you've literally made 2 of them on your personal account in the last week.
But they were not.
So how
like
does that
at
not
all.
track to you?
They were not like
but
that.
those
at
were
all.
like classic memes. Like, here's a scene with captions.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like that's just a classic TikTok.
Like
meme.
the Matt Ryan one looks like I tried to edit it.
right.
But yeah, we thought it was just you and I movie.
That's a little concerning coming from Sexy, knowing that like he is one of our editors.
Sexy. You're done.
Sexy, we need to talk. All right, before we end this, real quick, give us an update on the Barista chick, because that's someone you were kind of going off on your own.
Yeah, I
personal
wish
TikTok.
I had an update. I told the story on TikTok, but I went into it. Me and her were like kind of flirting. Didn't give her the number on the spot. When I went back to my apartment, I was like, damn, I should have done it. By the time I went back, there's a bunch of people in there. I didn't want to like invade her space and be like, hey, like make that person's coffee, but here's my number also. I
Should
felt
have folded up like a paper airplane and threw it at her.
shoot it right at her face.
Yeah.
So I've only ever seen her twice. Both were on Saturdays, and that happened on a Saturday morning or whatever. And it's the one right across the street. So I've been back there basically every single day. Haven't seen her since.
Yeah, she probably saw your TikTok and was like, yo, I gotta get the fuck out of this place.
That would be electric if you were like in a dating TikTok and then like it popped up on your feed.
Like you're
That
the
would be
person.
wild if you knew you were a Barista chick,
There was
cafe girl.
a girl, her and her friend made a TikTok basically going through guys' profiles on Hinge.
Yeah.
And they were making fun of like things not to do, things that are only for girls, whatever. They made it. And then I came across one of their Hinge profiles like 2 days later, and I messaged him on Hinge, and I was like, I didn't remember what their TikTok was. I was like, give me your TikTok. I'm going to make a green screen effect, like roasting your profile.
Yeah.
She never hit me back. She didn't match with me. She was like an absolute smoke show. Devastating. Yeah, not a good story, but I was kind of psyched about it.
Yeah. Well, you definitely
I'll keep y'all updated on the Barista girl. Next time I see her, I'm going for it.
do it. By the way, you can't give the phone number to her coworker.
That's a coward move.
It wasn't even cowardice. It was just like
It's
Just saying it comes off as a coward move. You can't like if I'm a chick and like, hey, this guy, like who?
Well, my thinking
already
was
done.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
My thinking was this. It was like, I've only seen her on Saturdays, so I figured she only worked Saturday shift, and I knew like Christmas was coming up, the New Year's was coming up, and I was like,
you just got to wait it out.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would walk in on there on Christmas Eve, Saturday. See what's up.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
You think I'm not
With a present.
regardless of the holidays?
Which is your phone number.
Full ass present.
Buy you something.
Yeah, why not? She'll love it.
Buy her a ring. Hit her with it.
Shit. You'll be updated when I have one.
All right. Lunch break is over. Back to work.
Thanks for
hanging out with us.
Scallywags.
Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, share it with your family,
Share it with your mother. Share it with your local barista, actually.
share it with the cute girl. Shoot your shot at that girl with this video. Let her know that the lunch crew sent you. Today's your day. Today's your motherfucking day. And we'll be here next day, which is Monday, which is Thursday. We're recording these so I'm getting all my days.
This one's going out, what, Monday?
I don't fucking know. You'll see it when you see it. We're out of here.